Here we go. Once, when the world was younger, there was an old turtle, and he lived in this beautiful forest. But you know turtles. They're slow guys. Even when they're moving fast, they're still just stretching their necks out and moving as quick as they can, a little jerky in their motions, but they're slow guys. They carry their house on their back, you know? What do you want? But he used to wonder and watch a lot in his slowness, because he figured, well, if I'm going to be slow, and this is as fast as I can go, I might as well enjoy the beauty and the marvel around me and pay attention. But he did spend quite a bit of time watching all the other animals just go, 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 go. How many of them would get stressed out, looking for their food and hiding their food, the birds running back and forth, building their nests, the deer always going through on their paths. You know, the most slowness he would see like him was the hunters, when they would slowly stalk and watch when they were looking for their meals. And he always paid attention. And because he moved so slowly, he was able to notice a lot of things the other animals missed. One day, there was a big storm a-brewing. The sky darkened. Lightning flashed. So this old turtle, as fast as he could, went looking for his safe place. And see, he had already scoped out a safe place for himself. It was this big, deep burrow, all nestled between the roots of an old tree. And when that lightning began to flash, all the animals around him went running for their safe place as well. The birds went flying into their nests. The squirrels went running into their hollows in the tree. The deer went deep into the forest. Everybody went to ground. But this storm was different. It was huge, and it was monstrous. And the rain came flooding down, literally flooding through the lands, washing things away. The wind was so strong, it ripped branches from the trees. The birds' nests went flying. It was terrifying. But the old turtle, he was safe in his burrow. When the storm finally ended and all the animals of the forest began to emerge, old turtle poked his head out of his burrow and looked around. It was devastating. It seemed like the forest in entirety was just in pieces. And the animals gathered together, and they were scared. The stores that the animals had put away for winter, gone, just gone. All the nests were destroyed. So many of the homes and dens and burrows of the animals had been flooded, just gone. None of the animals knew what to do. Winter was coming. What if a storm came back? All of their hurrying and their planning and their storing, just gone like that. In a single evening, in a single storm, the deer, driven so deep in the forest, were lost. But the turtle, he had spent so much time scoping out the land. He knew where everything was. And see, he too was a planner. So he decided, although most of the animals most of the time had laughed at his slowness and had pretty much ignored him, he was who he was. And so he set to work immediately. Not having been bruised or injured by the storm, he was perfectly capable. So all these branches and things that he had gathered, he showed the birds where they were so that they could begin rebuilding their nests. All of these hollows and these old trees that he had explored, he showed the animals who had lost their homes so that they could begin to enlarge them and make them comfortable. Having known the forest so well, he was able to go in and find the deer and lead them back out. So the animals began to repair everything. They went to Old Turtle and expressed their gratitude. They were so thankful on so many levels. And he spoke to the animals and he said, you know, in my youth, I used to be so frustrated that I was so slow and all of you were so fast. But as I grew older, I also saw how stressed out all of you were, always moving so quickly, moving so quickly, moving so quickly. And I found peace in my limitations and who I was and what I was here for. And I think because I was able to just let myself be me and appreciate me for me, I think I was able to find peace in that. And because of that, I was able to do these things to help. So you are so welcome. And I'm so grateful that I was able to have something to give to all of you. But I do believe that I was able to give that because you all taught me that it was good to be me. And it was safe to be me. And because I learned to love me. The animals, they thought about this, but they couldn't argue. And from that day forward, all the animals learned from Turtle and his wisdom. And they all slowed down. They began to pay more attention to their surroundings and where they were. They learned to expand their focus, to take greater appreciation in the moment. And they also learned to take care of each other instead of just their own. I love this story. I always liked turtles since I was a kid. My grandfather used to rescue the box turtles because out in the desert, a lot of them would get run over. So he would rescue them and we would put tape on their backs so that their shells could heal. And he even brought me one once that laid an egg. It was such a cool experience to see that. So even though they were slow and smelly and quite odd looking, I always appreciate this turtle. And with the story that my grandfather told me, I appreciated him even more. And I think when us humans can learn from the wisdom of the animals like this, to slow down, to witness, to watch others and learn from others, not from a place of judgment, but just awareness. I think we learn a lot about who we are through learning who we're not. It's a beautiful journey. And when we can find in ourselves, hey, I want to help. Because it would have been really easy for Turtle to be like, hey, it's on you. You didn't prepare. You didn't plan correctly. It's your responsibility. It's your choices. None of you guys were really nice or kind to me to begin with, so why should I help, right? Your choices are your choices and you should pay for them. So my father said, you made your bed, you gotta lie in it, right? I used to believe that a lot too. I think there is some truth to that, right? Natural consequences. We learn through natural consequences. And also, when we know ourselves and we know what our capacity is to give and to share and to teach, then why not? Why not be like Old Turtle? I think it's a good thing to be, don't you? So much love, relatives. And perhaps instead of fearing the storm and planning for the storm, simply live life, learn, lay our plans, but be very aware that we can have all the plans we want, but we must follow the guidance of Spirit and be able to be open to receive to change, and to find the flow. Have a beautiful day.